What is an obvious plot hole in TV series or movie that went massively unnoticed? Grey's Anatomy. This season, Meredith commits insurance fraud by putting her own child's name on the form so an immigrant child can get cancer treatment. Meredith owns a large share of the hospital. Her name is on the building, etc. Why didn't she write it off? Do it pro bono, or meet with the board to come up with a legal action to help the kid? It makes zero sense that she would jeopardize her career and freedom when she had several other options. If E.T. can levitate himself and a bunch of kids on bikes, why didn't he just levitate himself back into the fluffing mothership in the opening scene, when he's left behind? In Criminal Minds, Hotch got stabbed 9 times the same day Reed got shot in the leg. In the next episode, staged 30 days later, Hotch was normal and returned to duty. It took like half a season before Reed was off crutches, Kanan was able to do normal stuff in the field. Boy in the stripped pajamas. No one saw 2 little boys digging a tunnel in a Nazi concentration camp. If it was that easy to break in, everyone should have been tunneling out. West Side Story. Tony runs into an entirely Hispanic neighborhood, yells "Maria," and only one girl answers. The clothes in Shrek. Fiona's dress always changes shape with her whenever she switches forms, but in Shrek 2, Shrek's clothes don't change and he ends up having to rob a dude to get some new duds. Then, at the end of the movie, when they turn back into ogres, Fiona's white dress magically turns back into the green one, which fits her perfectly, of course, and Shrek's human clothes turn back into his ogre clothes, which he abandoned earlier after the robbery. Just rewatched the movie with my son, and that made me irrationally angry. In Cars, when Lightning McQueen is in court and Doc dismisses the case, even pounds the gavel, then Sally Waltz is in there and basically begs Doc to hold McQueen accountable. He then changes his mind and sentences him to fix the road. How can a judge declare a case dismissed and then take it back and sentence him? Always bugged me when I would listen to that movie while driving. The kids watched it all the time. Entangled. Rapunzel has been locked in a tower for her whole life, yet can swim when her and Flynn are escaping the palace guards. This always bothered me way more than it should. In Once Upon a Time, the town is not enterable by normal people outside. How are they getting their supplies? So many gowns and clothes for a 3-hour tour. I'm looking street, you ginger. Gilligan's Island. In that 70s show, Eric has a dream where Red is playing Obi-Wan's ghost from Empire Strike Back. Empire came out in 1980, and the entirety of the show takes place in the 70s. How did Eric know about that scene? In the movie, Sleeping Beauty, an evil witch makes a curse prophecy that the princess will prick her finger on a spinning wheel and die on her 16th birthday. They should have just cut off her fingers. It's what the brothers Grimm would have wanted. Rick just chilled in the hospital for weeks. No new IV, no food. He just laid there. Interstellar. How they landed on a planet with approximately same escape velocity needed as Earth and got off it, using only their lander vehicle. In the Vampire Diaries they said vampires cannot be witches, because they are abomination of nature. You could only be one or the other. Then on further seasons they introduce vampire, witches hybrids. Obviously, this hasn't gone unnoticed by anybody on Earth, as far as I know. But X-Files. Scully's unflagging incredulity, Episode 10. Oh Mulder, there must be a scientific explanation for these ghosts. But there isn't, and she sees them too, Episode Y. Oh Mulder, there must be a scientific explanation for the lava demons. But there isn't, and she sees them too, and seems to have forgotten about ghosts, Episode Z. Oh Mulder, there must be a scientific explanation for the man lamprey that lives in water treatment plant pipes. But there isn't, and she sees it too, and seems to have forgotten about ghosts and lava demons and green men and gray men and smoking men, and etc. Aladdin. His first wish is make me a prince. So Genie makes him a prince, and he goes to meet he princess with a big parade, etc. Then for the rest of the show, he's afraid that Princess Jasmine and the Sultan will discover that he is a street urchin, but he's a prince. The most powerful, non-religious being in the universe made him a prince. He didn't say, "Give me a parade entrance like I'm a prince." He said, "Make me a prince." So, he's a prince. Period. End of story. Prince. 28 days later. So an important plot point of the film is that the zombies will die eventually because they lack reasoning to eat, as they are not flesh-craving undead but people infected with a virus that make them very, very angry. So when you are infected with this virus you begin to vomit a lot of fluids up to and including blood. By all that reasoning, wouldn't all of them been dead in a matter of days because they can't drink water either? Like they sprint after every victim they see and vomits up a lot of fluids. So they have immobile rather quickly because of dehydration? Alright, bear with me for a moment. In the movie Black Dynamite, there's a scene in which the main character, Black Dynamite, explains an expansive conspiracy theory. https www.youtube.com/watch v equals 3d97gwglmfe to his cohorts. Black Dynamite. Wait, Bullhorn, what did you just say? You said, melt in your mouth, quick. What else melts in your mouth? Cream corn, M&Ms. Black Dynamite. Exactly, and not in your hands. Who makes M&Ms? Militant. Mars Candy Company make it. Yeah, Black Dynamite. And Mars is also Sahid, the Roman god of war. Black Dynamite. Who is the Greek god of war? Militant. Ares. Black Dynamite. Now, you take Mars and spell it backwards. Drop the S. Cream corn. Ram. And Ram is the zodiacal sign for Ares. And Ares' half-sister is Athena. Black Dynamite. Now you're getting it. Cream corn. Whoa. Athena, Athens, Sahid, which is the capital of Greece. Black Dynamite. And as we all know, zodiacal astronomy was created by the Greeks in everyone. 785 BC. Militant. And 785 is the area code to Topeka. Oh, my god. 785 is the area code to Topeka, Kansas. Everyone. Code Kansas. Black Dynamite. Now take that, spell it backwards, and drop the S. Militant. Snake Doc. Snake Doctor. Yeah. Black Dynamite. Yes. And brothers. Who is the Greek demigod of medicine? Who believed that snakes' tongues had mystical healing powers? Cream corn. Aesculapius. Of course. He had a staff with snakes intertwining all around that female doggy. They called it Aesculapius staff. It's a symbol the medical field uses to this day. Black Dynamite. Now, what legend involving snakes is in both Greek and Roman mythology? Now, come on. It involves Aesculapius' own father. Random woman. Apollo. Black Dynamite. Yeah, thanks, lady. Sahid. That's right. Apollo slew the serpent at Delphi, which was a big-ass snake. Black Dynamite. And what, brothers, is the biggest snake in the world? Random woman. The South American anaconda. Black Dynamite. What she said. Everyone. Anaconda malt liquor. Black Dynamite. And what is the slogan for Anaconda malt liquor? Anaconda malt liquor gives you. Everyone. WOOOOO. Black Dynamite. And who else is famous for that? Everyone. Little Richard. Black Dynamite. So, what they're really saying is, everyone. Anaconda malt liquor gives you. Little Richard. Black Dynamite. What is another word for Richard? Everyone rushes from the room to see their cohort splayed out on a couch. Black Dynamite. Content. Anaconda malt liquor gives you a little slong. Now, I completely understand that the movie is a comedy. Just as I understand that the scene in question is supposed to be ridiculous and unnecessary. But here's the thing. Black Dynamite is set in the 70s, and Topeka's area code was 913 until 1997. TL. Dr. A crucial detail was incorrect in one of the most intricate conspiracy theories ever.